Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Burton Annex 2.0, which is a really solid heritage-style 28-liter backpack. And I've been a big fan of Burton's bags over the years. They're one of those companies that has a lot of different styles. They make solid bags that come in at a pretty reasonable price point with a nice feature set. So I was excited to have a chance to check out this updated version of the Annex backpack. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience testing it over the past couple of weeks. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. This definitely has a little bit more of an old school rucksack style vibe. It's a little bit more outdoorsy and technical. It's got a lot of straps and pockets, so not a super minimal bag, but this is the type of aesthetic that feels a little bit timeless and like it's gonna still blend in well into a variety of environments, whether you're going to campus, exploring the outdoors, traveling, or walking around a city. The bag is offered in a variety of colors. The version I have here is kind of a heathered tan version, but it comes in all black, blue, camo, so you can check out all those color combinations on Burton's site. Moving into the materials, on the exterior, the bag is made out of a Blue Sign approved 300D polyester that feels like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage, and it's also fairly lightweight. The bag comes in at about 1.5 pounds. It also has a DWR coating to give you some protection against the elements, and then you have some nice YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, I was happy to see that you have two external water bottle pockets, one on each side, and these are tucked away behind these Velcro pockets that we'll take a closer look at later in the video. These offer a decent amount of space. I was able to hold the same 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos. That fits in there pretty comfortably. You can see that there's not a lot of elasticity holding the bottle in place, but it's nice that I can get it in and out pretty easily. There's a good depth here. There's not a ton of elasticity. The volume that you get here is fairly fixed, and it will be sharing space with both the pocket and the main area, so you have to be a little bit strategic with how you pack it, but still really glad to see that these were included. Above the water bottle pockets, you do have some attachment points. You place a carabiner in these loops, or maybe use different types of straps to attach additional gear. If you have one of those straps that you can maybe pair with a tripod if you want to place something a little bit taller in this compartment. So nice to have that additional flexibility there. And at the bottom, you have compression straps, which are going to be great for attaching something like a yoga mat or a jacket. These are adjustable. However, you can't fully release them. It would have maybe been nice to have them be attached with some sort of a G-hook or maybe a buckle to release them and just make it a little bit easier to get something bigger in here. But regardless, still nice to have this adjustability, and they do provide some nice extra flexibility with the types of items that you can carry. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 28 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. It's slightly bigger than what I would normally like to carry on my day-to-day, but it was able to hold everything that I normally carry with me, and it still had plenty of leftover space. And I like that even when the bag is packed out, because it doesn't have a rigid shape, it kind of molds around all the items that you place on the inside, which made it stay manageable even for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying on to domestic and international airlines. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have this thick, comfortable padding that feels great. On the inside, you have a breathable, meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. And then these straps also have a great width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. On the straps, you also have this little loop here that might be a good spot to hang your sunglasses or attach something with a carabiner or a light or something like that. And then you also have an adjustable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. Moving into the back paneling, this has also felt really comfortable. You have the same padding and breathable material that we saw on the straps. And you have some slight air channels here. There's not a ton of elevation, which would have been nice to see to give you some additional ventilation and airflow while you're walking around. But regardless, the bag has still felt great even as I've been wearing it for a longer period of time throughout the day. While we're on the back paneling, one thing I wanted to call out is that you do have this hidden zippered compartment that rests against your back, so it's going to be great for items that are a little bit more sensitive that you don't want pickpockets getting at. And so this offers a pretty decent amount of space. Definitely a good spot for holding something like a wallet, your cash. In my case, I have a Field Notes notebook to kind of represent a passport that might fit in there. You could maybe put a phone, but I would be worried about it bulging up a little bit against your back. But for flatter items that you want to keep a little bit more protected, this is going to be a great spot to keep them. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Starting off at the top, I was very excited to see that there is a quick access pocket for items that I like to reach a little bit more regularly during the day. This offers a decent amount of space, even for something a little bit bulkier. In my case, I currently have my sunglasses with their case, and then I also have my Apple Magic Mouse. One thing that I like about this compartment as well is that it has this soft fleece lining on the inside to help prevent against scratching for anything more delicate that you want to store here. Moving down along the front, you have another simple, larger compartment that's secured with 2 clips instead of a zipper, which gives you some flexibility as far as the capacity. You can just expand these out. If you have something a little bit taller, you might also be able to use these to secure additional items. Again, a jacket might be a good thing to store here. And if you want to get into this compartment, you can release the 2 buckles and you have plenty of space. I really like the depth of this compartment. It's going to be great for larger and taller items, particularly pouches maybe that you want to take with you. I actually didn't even have that much stuff to place in here, so I have leftover space on the inside. What I currently have here is my Ghost Whale pouch from Tom Bin, which has just some of the smaller EDC items that I carry with me. I have my GoPro, and then I also tossed in a simple deck of playing cards. On the sides, you have 2 taller Velcro compartments that I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video. These share space with the water bottle pockets, but they're still going to be a great area to store something a little bit taller and larger that you need to grab during the day. In this compartment, I didn't place anything because this is where I had my water bottle, so I wanted to leave the volume for that and not have things kind of being super tight against each other. On the other side, I actually placed a larger power bank which fit in there very easily. I really like the flexibility offered by these spaces. It comes up enough that I might have also been able to store something like my sunglasses or another pouch if I wanted to. The next area that we're going to be taking a look at is the laptop compartment, and I like that you can access this from the side or the top depending on what's easier for how you're holding the bag. And this is a nice large zipper here, which makes it easy to get your device in and out of the bag. Taking a closer look at the compartment, currently I have my 13-inch MacBook Pro. You can see that fits in there pretty comfortably. There's still some leftover space at the top, so you should be able to fit a 15-inch laptop in here comfortably. The compartment offers a decent amount of padding, and I like that it has a soft fleece lining on the front to help prevent against scratching. One thing that I did want to call out about this compartment is that it is not suspended off the bottom of the ground, which would have been a nice addition to give you that extra bit of protection. There's a little bit of padding on the bottom, but overall it still feels like my device is a little bit more exposed than I would like. And so pulling my device out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside, and you can see this comes up a decent amount. So if you have a thicker device or you want to use a case with your laptop to give it some extra protection, should be able to fit in here okay. And although I'm sad that the compartment isn't suspended off the bottom of the ground, with the padding and the fleece lining that's included here, it still feels like my device is going to be pretty well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. The last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment, and this is a top-loading bag, and it has this rucksack style opening that's really large and just creates this bucket of space that you can throw a ton of stuff into. It's fairly cavernous, but it comes up a decent amount, so you can still sort of reach down towards the bottom if you have items that you want to grab, and you have a lot of flexibility with the 28 liters of space that's provided here. Even with all the items that I placed in here, you can see it's not overly packed out. I still could have placed a jacket or maybe a change of clothes if I wanted to go to the gym. So I really like the flexibility of this space, and because again the bag isn't super rigid. So diving into what I currently have here, first up I have the Bellroy Desk Caddy, which I've been testing out. It's another just great pouch, particularly for working remotely. Next to that, I have a GoRuck Shadow Pocket that has some of the bulkier and larger items that I don't want floating around loosely in this main area. Down towards the bottom, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones with their hard shell case. Then I also have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, which is one of my go-tos for a lot of my tech items. And then I also have a full-size Moleskine notebook. And then the last thing that I currently have in here at the moment is my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside and get a sense for how much space this actually offers. I really like how much it comes up, which is what makes it great for handling bulkier items, and will also allow me to use it for minimal travel. So I could definitely toss in a packing cube, an extra pair of shoes, my dot kit, and easily use this for a longer weekend trip. Taking a look at some of the organizational options in this compartment, first up on the front, you have a simple zippered pocket
that offers a good amount of space for smaller items that you don't want falling down towards the bottom of the bag. I like that it has this meshy material so that you can see on the inside and kind of know what you're reaching for. And it also offers a decent amount of volume, so even if you have something a little larger, like a mouse or a big power brick, it should be able to fit in there. In my case, I currently just have a little manicure set that I like to carry with me. I also have a little tin that has band-aids and ointments. And then on the back of the compartment, you have some additional organizational options. So you have a slip pocket that might be a good spot to place something like my Apple Magic Mouse, or maybe a portable hard drive would be nice to store there. Next to that, you have a few small slots to store something like a pen or a stylus. And then you also have a little lanyard with a plastic clip that's gonna be a great spot for holding something like your keys or a multi-tool. And then on the back of the compartment, you have sleeves for both your laptop and your tablet. We looked at the laptop sleeve a little bit earlier. As mentioned, you can access it from the top or the side. And then I really like that the bag has a dedicated tablet sleeve, which is becoming a more rare feature. I haven't seen as many bags with an actual well-protected tablet sleeve. This one is pulled up off the bottom of the ground. It's not super thick, but it is a little more padded than a regular slip pocket, and I like that the inside has this soft fleece lining that we've seen in a few places throughout the bag to help preventing it scratching if you don't want to use a case with your device. Currently I have an iPad mini in here. You can see it fits fine. This also feels like it would be able to hold a full-size 10-inch tablet comfortably. So really like that has its own dedicated area, and just the amount of space that this main area offers. I really like how well thought out all the organization is throughout the bag. And if you're looking for something comfortable and durable that's going to work well in a variety of environments, then this is going to be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Annex backpack over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on Amazon or Burton's site. I have seen the price jump around a little bit depending on the color combination that you purchase. I was able to get this one for about $70. I think the normal price for the Annex backpack is around $100, but that will jump around within that range depending on what you pick. So to me, even at that $100 price point, it feels like a pretty reasonable price considering the features and the build quality that it has to offer, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Burton Tinder Pack, which has been one of my favorite minimal day packs over the years. I actually still have it hanging here on the wall behind me. I've been a big fan of that bag. And they've recently updated. There is a 2.0 version that has some improvements. It seems like it still maintains everything that I really loved around this original version, which is, sort of that heritage style, outdoorsy vibe, a solid build quality. It has a laptop compartment, minimal organization. It has a compartment at the top. And then of course you have the adjustable straps, which are always a really versatile system in my opinion. On the 2.0, it looks like there's external water bottle pockets, which is an awesome addition. I'm hoping to feature that on the channel in the future. But, with the experience that I've had with the original Tinder Pack and how well it's held up, if you're looking for something with Burton's aesthetic and build quality that's gonna be a little bit simpler and maybe come in at a slightly lower price, then that's gonna be a great option to consider. The next bag that this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Robo Flip Pack, which is another really solid, simple, all-purpose bag. That one is gonna be a little bit smaller than this one. It comes in at about 21 liters, so a really great day bag size. It has a similar top loading compartment as this, a great laptop and tablet compartment. I actually prefer the laptop sleeve on the Robo Flip Pack as it's actually suspended, and it also just feels like it offers a little bit of additional protection. And that bag is going to be simpler overall. It just has one top quick access pocket. It doesn't have some of the additional ones that this have. It doesn't have water bottle compartments. It does have some webbing on the front where you can attach additional features, but really just a very simple bag, super comfortable harness system. And if you're looking for something that's got this type of an aesthetic, but that's simpler and it's going to offer a little bit more laptop protection, then that's going to be a great option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the Patagonia Black Hole Pack 25 liter, which we looked at pretty recently. There's also a 32 liter version of that backpack that can hold a ton of stuff. Both of them can really handle quite a bit of items. The 25 liter is the one that I've reviewed most recently, and I really love it as an EDC and minimal travel size. It's very versatile. It's gonna offer maybe a little bit better weather resistance than this. The exterior is kind of that shiny material that just repels water very nicely. It is a top loading bag like this. At 25 liters, it's gonna be maybe a little bit smaller, so this one can hold more if you're looking for something with higher capacity, but then you could take a look at the 32 liter Black Hole Pack, and Patagonia's bag is very comfortable. It has a nice harness system, good protection for your laptop and your tablet. It has a suspended sleeve that's integrated into the main compartment. It has a nice organizational layout. It's a little bit simpler than this one here. It doesn't have quite as many pockets,
but it is just a really solidly built, lightweight bag, and if you're looking for something that's gonna be great for the outdoors or for taking into a variety of environments that's similarly styled to this, and that's gonna be another great option to check out. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Raven 28 from Fjallraven, which is just a really solid, all-purpose, and everyday bag. It comes in at 28 liters, so a similar capacity to this. It's a top-loading bag, but it has a different organizational layout. It has multiple compartments, a lot of different places to keep everything easy to find. It has a well-protected and padded suspended laptop sleeve. It's comfortable to wear. The back paneling on the Raven 28 isn't going to be as breathable as this bag here, but it is a very solidly built bag. The straps feel good. I really like the heritage or old school kind of vibe that it has. It's offered in a lot of different colors, and if you're looking for something that's this size, that's going to give you some extra flexibility as far as organization and just a really solid build, and that's going to be another great option to keep in mind. With that being said, the Annex backpack holds up really well against all those options, and if you're looking for something that's solidly built and that's going to offer plenty of space and organization for everything that you might need for your day-to-day, then this is going to be a solid option to consider. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Annex backpack and how it compares to some of the other versatile daily bags that we featured on the channel in the past. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.